welcome back to the StudioTypes After Show. I am Martina White, and this is the recap episode for Season 1. First of all, I can't believe we're already at the end of Season 1. That's crazy. But I'm here with the parents. Everyone is looking very glamorous today. So here with them, and they're going to just talk about their experience through the season. Can each of you introduce yourself and also tell us who your dancers are?
I'm Tamara Mouton, and Chloe Mouton is my dancer.
I'm Katrina Magby, and Taryn Magby is my dancer.
I'm Tony Magby, and Taryn is my dancer as well.
I'm Thomasina C., and Zoe C. is my dancer.
I'm Felicia Evans, and Talia Evans is my dancer.
Okay. All right, now, what were some of y'all's favorite and least favorite moments? You can just all go around and tell me what that was. This season had a lot of good things, so what were your favorites?
For me, I think it's going to be the California trip, the end of the year nationals, and being able to travel with the family, and have Chloe be with her friends. You know, it's not very often that you have a group of friends that you've been with so long, and you just get to travel and take a trip. So that was a wonderful experience. I enjoyed it.
I'll agree with her. I was one of the parents that went also to California with my daughter, and she performed in the junior crew, and so that was new for her. But it was exciting for me to see her take on something new outside of the competition.
Okay.
The Florida trip, we were in Florida, and so we had a really good time. We kind of made it like a family trip, and so I just enjoyed that. I enjoyed watching Taryn perform, and it was just good. It was good for us.
I don't want my answer to sound shallow, but as the season went on, I really started digging the song, the intro song.
I'm going to say throughout the season, I enjoyed them dancing. I enjoyed the travel. But most of all, I was glad when competition season was over.
Okay. And why was that?
I guess because for me, I am dance mom and staff.
Yeah.
So I was glad when it was over.
All right, so I was going to ask you too. Well, I guess I have other questions for everyone, but just elaborate more on the whole dance mom and staff, because that's got to be hard to have to do both.
It's hard. It's hard with Talia because I have to separate that. I have to put on mom and separate being staff and keeping that separate and making sure that she's taken care of as a dancer, and I'm not just focused on what's going on with the studio. But it takes a lot of planning, and because some days she has to be at the studio when I'm not. Some days I have to be at the studio when she's not, and she feels like she's supposed to be at the studio 24/7. So,
A year at the studio. Yeah. Okay.
And you're also our elite mom.
Oh yeah, I'm
lead. Yeah. So I appreciate
So,
that.
what does an elite mom do, for those who don't know?
It's communication, making sure the parents, the company parents, have all the communication so everyone is not calling the studio. We can have one point of contact. So all the companies within 777 have a team mom. So
Gotcha.
yeah.
All right, so how has your dancer grown over the season? What have you noticed in your dancers?
I think for Chloe, it probably would be more of the flexibility. So I've talked to her a lot of times, like, Chloe, you need to stretch. Chloe, why are you not stretching? Chloe, can you do this? So I feel like I should have been one out there, but just really, just really pushing her. So I know when she was doing one move, and I was, oh, you could pick your leg up, girl. I think your leg could go that high. So just me, of course, continuing to learn to grow as a dancer, but just seeing her being able to do things that she couldn't do last year, especially after I'm like, what you doing? You're not practicing? You're not going to stretch? But I saw that leg up, and I was like, yeah, she's working. That leg, I see you. So, yeah, for me, it was, that part of it.
So Taryn was moved up to elite this season, and so we were very happy about that. And we were just we were celebrating for like a week with her.
Oh, wow.
And so it was just to see her, just come all the way from junior all the way up to elite, and that was her dream. Like, I'm super proud of her. And then I've noticed that she's taking her twirling. See, I call it twirling. I don't know what the word is. The turn, okay.
Yeah,
Because she knows I'll sit there. I'll be like, you better twirl, girl. You better twirl. So, and I've noticed that she's on it with that now. So, yeah. She's
Good. Okay.
For me, for Zoe, she had a couple injuries when she was in premiere, and because of that, just pointing one of her feet, it wasn't doing what it was supposed to do for a minute. And so, just her taking some time and trying to focus on making sure, after injury, it takes some time to come back from that. So I do see it's looking prettier. So. That's looking prettier.
Let's see. With Talia, she started young. I think her and Taryn and Zoe started. Was it Petite Company with Zoe?
Yeah, I think
so
so, yeah.
they've been dancing together for a while, and to see her grow and building her confidence and putting in that extra work, because I think all of our dancers are hard on themselves. They're really hard on themselves, but seeing that determination, like I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna fight through this, I'm gonna get this, and just seeing the commitment in her, it makes me proud. It makes me proud that she's working hard.
All right. So yeah, with Taryn, what I saw is that she was able to start pulling the audience in when she's doing her dance. She had some features in the premiere company this year, and she was asked to not only dance but to start showing her emotions on the stage and to start pulling the audience in. And so I saw a lot of maturity with her in her stage presence this year.
So did seeing the show give you guys a different perspective, just maybe on how hard your dancers work or what they're doing when you're not around?
It did.
It did, yeah.
It really did. There's one episode where they're trying to get through their transition and going behind the stages.
Yeah.
My daughter just up front, please move. They got things to do. So I'm like, okay, let's go on backstage.
They're in a totally different element. They're in a totally different zone. Their mind is somewhere completely else. And for Talia, I let her have all her moment, her attitude, and all their own competition day, because they are. I think we all learned that let them have their moment, but on Monday we're gonna deal with it. But because backstage, it's like they're serious, they're focused. Get out of my way. Don't make me miss my cue.
They are. They are very focused on winning.
So for me, because I am on the costume committee, I am back there a lot, so I get to see a lot of the things that go on, the attitudes, the being upset, being sick, if something happens to them. So, just seeing it on video, I was like, yep, I remember that. Where was I on that? So a lot of stuff, it kind of brought back memories for me of what was going on the season and how far they came from the beginning to the end. So, when you're backstage, you get to see a lot of stuff. You get to see all the, all the work that has to go into making this thing happen.
So do y'all ever have moments, or maybe this season or some other time, where your dancer is just mentally just not there, or physically, or just something's not right? How do you work to get them in the right mindset, or kind of help them through that moment so they can get on stage and do a great job?
Sometimes with Taryn, we have to remind her how much work she's put into the prep.
Okay.
And so this is your big day. So, don't let all of that work go, by the wayside. This is the day where you get to show off, everything that you put into this. So kind of give her that reminder, lock in, let's go. This is what you've been working on.
Okay.
I think for Chloe, because I think it was when we were in Florida, and she thought she did the worst. She was like, I turned the wrong way. I didn't. And she broke down in tears. So it was just, Chloe, it's okay. It's done. It's over. We're going to keep moving. Be prepared for the next dance. Don't let this get you down. So there was a moment, and she just thought she was the worst. And then come to find out, they did good on the dance. So I was like, see, girl, what she was talking about. But, just in a moment, and I don't know what it's like, but being up there and, I turned the wrong way, let me turn back this way, but you could barely tell. So just trying to, coach her up. It's okay. It is what it is. We're going to move forward and keep pushing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think what I appreciate with the dance is that they communicate with each other and encourage each other and lift up each other, because they can tell when their dance sister or dance brother is out the loop, and if they she said Chloe messed up, they'll tell like Chloe, that was last dance. Forget it, and let's go to the next dance, and let's kill it. And so, I think that's great with them that they come together, they pull together as a group.
Okay.
For Zoe, I usually have to back off and just let her be in her space. I think when I try to insert myself too much around her not feeling her greatest, it makes it a little worse. So once she pulls it together a bit, she'll come back and say, I'm okay, Mom. And then we'll talk. But for the most part, I usually just have to back off.
Give me a
her
hug.
space.
Right. Now, you mentioned, the girls are really close, the girls and the guys. Have y'all become closer throughout this whole experience as parents?
We've been close for a long time.
Because they're gonna make us be close. Because they're gonna with the kids, they're gonna outside of dance, they want a full life. And so they're going to plan activities.
Right.
They're going
All the
to
planning.
plan for us.
That's right. That part.
I
got
and
something
we
to
hear
do.
later.
Right.
We hear
Even though
later.
we have a parent like a group group thing to coordinate. They have their own separate stuff going on, and we just, hey y'all, we have to meet up and
Like we didn't
so we spend a
know.
lot of time.
How you getting there?
I know, that's
How
my
you know I
question
didn't have
too.
plans? So
Yeah.
we have money, like so. Yeah,
Whose money are
How you paying for that?
Right.
What y'all eating?
who else gonna be there?
So I wanted to ask y'all, because I know some of the cast members, they're doing other stuff too. It's like, how do y'all manage this and other activities and Lord, I don't even.
Sometimes it feels like it's too much. This year was Zoe's first year doing flag football, but every time I thought she was going to quit, and I was like, I'm okay with it. Her dad, I have a conference, and she come back like, I'm going to do it. I'm like, okay, great. But I think because it's the first year, we had some kinks to work out, but. This is their pace. Yeah. They are used to a crazy pace no matter what. And so just to have to reinsert something different, I think they're prepared for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chloe runs my life, and I tell people that all the time. I'm like, she runs my life. Like when people ask, what do I have to do? Wait, let me check Chloe's schedule.
Right.
What's going on? And Chloe dances at school, and she dances at the studio. It's constantly going, weekend after weekend. I think I just made it my life. I seriously run my life, so just kind of used to it at this point. Like, okay, so when she graduates, I keep telling people I don't know what I'm gonna do. It's just been my life for so long. Is that what I'm doing? All right. Yes.
Thank you guys for joining us. We have enjoyed hearing about the parents' perspective because that's such a unique twist to me. But thank you guys so much for stopping by. And this is Martina White. If you guys want to sign out.
Move-time out.
And we out here.
All right, I am back with another great group of parents here from 777. Can you guys introduce yourself and also tell us who your dancers are?
My name is Michelle Watts, and I'm the mama of Navi Watts.
And my name is Jamelia Johnson, and I'm the mom of Aaron Johnson.
Okay.
I'm Pia Smith Williams, and I'm the mother of Zia Williams.
And I'm Melissa Moore, and I'm the mother of Carson Moore.
And I'm Trevin Moore, father of Carson Moore.
Okay. All right, what were some of y'all's favorite and least favorite moments of this season? Because we had a lot of stuff going on. So what were your faves and least faves?
I guess say my least fave was seeing the first time that we watched the episode and seeing my face on camera and how big it was and shiny. Wait a second. Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Me too.
Okay. So I would say for me, that was probably my least favorite. Like, ooh, okay.
My favorite was the girls got to travel together, go to Orlando and hang out, and they thought it was so fun. They had a ball. I would say my least favorite, I loved all the dances, but there was just like one part of a dance that I felt was a little too grown, but other than that.
What was that?
Oh my gosh, look at her butt. That part, where they kind of roll around, I could do without that part, but, overall, I loved the dance.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, my favorite part was, as Michelle said, them being able to travel together this season. A few of the girls, we kind of did like a little slumber party for one of the competitions because they had such an early call time, so they just enjoyed being together. And so that was one of my favorite parts. My least favorite was, I guess, also traveling, because you have to make sure, especially with nationals, you have to make sure that we have everything, the costumes, all their shoes, all of their undergarments, and if you leave something behind, you may or may not be able to find it in wherever you're going. So that was it for me.
Well, my favorite part was the trip to California, the mom time. That was great. My least favorite part of this season was my child's drama. Zia's drama was a little bit upsetting at times, but we made it through.
Yeah. Would you say she learned anything, or y'all learned anything from that experience? What was it like?
Well, I think that she has matured. She was 12 going on 13, so she's in the midst of, the change of life and everything. So I think as time goes on and as we're moving forward, she's going to become a lot more mature, and we won't see the same type of issues.
Gotcha.
So hopefully we'll see.
Okay. All right.
I guess my favorite moments were just knowing that the girls were having fun together.
Yeah.
Whenever they get a chance to spend time together, it's always a good thing. So that's my most favorite part.
Okay. All right. And then the next thing I was going to ask was, how have y'all's dancers grown over the season? What kind of changes have you seen in them? Well, you already talked about yours with Zia.
Definitely, she's grown.
Okay. But what about you guys? Are there any things you've noticed?
I would say with Carson, she's quiet naturally.
Yeah.
She's just a very shy person. So stepping out and being more of a leader to the group and speaking up for the group when it needs to be done, and communicating with her teammates when something wasn't going necessarily the way she knew it should. So I think just watching her mature as a leader within the group.
Yeah, I would agree. I would say definitely seeing her as a senior step into that role that doesn't come naturally to her, but she did it in her own way. Yeah. So like where it may not look typical for someone else, but she quietly led in her own way, and seeing her mature into that and continue with that was really good.
Okay.
I would say I used to be able to keep up with Navi, and her choreography when she brought it home, but now I can't.
Yeah.
It's amazing how much they've grown in a year. It's just too fast, and it just comes naturally to her. She can learn to dance just like that. Okay. Erin can, and they were just teaching us a dance outside. I said, I just can't. I can't. So yeah, they've grown a lot, you can tell.
Yeah. Okay, so what was it like seeing, not only, you mentioned seeing yourself on camera, but like, how do your dancers feel about seeing themselves on camera?
Carson loves it.
Yeah, Erin definitely.
She was like, I look good and I sound good. And again, because Carson is so shy.
Yeah.
Well, I shouldn't say shy, because she really isn't shy. She's just more quiet. I would say she's quiet now. She's a quiet, reserved person. So she's like, she liked being on camera, and she likes seeing herself on camera.
Yeah.
So
That's good.
Yeah.
I know Erin really enjoys seeing herself. She looks forward to the show, and so she cracks up when she sees herself. Usually Navi and Erin are in the same segment, so she just cracks up about it. So I think in one segment she said she was royalty or something.
Yeah, that was so funny. That was so funny.
Erin. So but that's just her personality. So
For Zia, the day that the crew came and followed her for her track practice, she said she just felt like a celebrity. Because oh, Zia, you have a camera crew.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
she liked it.
So were there any other like challenges for you guys or for the dancers that you noticed that they had to overcome or work through, and how did they do that?
I would say for us, or for Carson, was her schedule. I mean, Carson, not only is she a dancer, she was a varsity track runner, she was mentoring, she was like in 2 leadership programs.
Oh, wow.
It was senior year, so she had an incredibly busy schedule.
Yeah, I've been trying to go through, of course, what school she's going to go
right,
to.
you're right. Applying for
all those
scholarships,
things.
all of
Prom
that.
was happening. All those things just played a role in how busy she was as a senior.
Right, and then trying to enjoy just senior year, being a senior year. And she handled it. I mean, she prioritized and she made everything work. Wow. While we were tired, like, girl, how's this going to work?
It's making me tired.
Right.
But that's something
But she did. She did it.
Yeah. And that's something I'm kind of seeing with all of the dancers. Like, most people are doing several
Multiple.
things, and they're doing well at everything.
Yes.
That's insane. You guys, it's got to be tough work for the parents and
It is.
the kids,
It
but
is.
you do it.
Yeah.
So that's
When
good.
you have multiple children, you try to figure out
Exactly.
and because
Yeah.
they've been dancing so long together, we kind of create a bond with the moms. So
Yeah.
sometimes it's, hey, can you pick up Aaron? Can you drop Aaron off at
Yeah.
the house? Type thing. So you have to really rely on your village.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So when you watched the show back, or when you were just on the sidelines, seeing it air, did you guys, do you have a different perspective of your dancer and some of the challenges they face? Do you see them differently now?
I mean, I have a lot of respect for the dancers because the fact that they have to perform in front of, not just on stage, but just in front of their peers, you know, and get critiqued right in front of everyone, each other. I think that's, just commendable in the way that they handle it. I'm so impressed by that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I agree with that. Seeing them on the show, I see their confidence. I don't remember having like that much confidence as a kid, and just to see all the girls, they go on stage, they expect to win. They don't second guess themselves. They just go out and give 100% and enjoy it. So I think it's beautiful to watch.
Yeah, and it's good to see that you can see that they're so dedicated to their skill and their craft of dance, and they're so passionate about not only dance but 777 and their little community. So it's been great to watch.
I think being one of the prop dads, maybe I got a little sneak peek at times what was going on backstage, so you could kind of see, just how frantic and chaotic things are. But then when they hit the stage, it's like flawless. You're like, wow, how'd they make that happen? So, but we got a little sneak peek in the back. But just to see it on stage and from the camera's point of view, it was amazing just to watch.
Okay.
Yeah, and I would say, because I'm backstage doing costumes, so I knew what happened backstage.
Yeah.
But to see it all play out, for me, it was just like, now everyone else gets to see like what our kids, the work ethic that they put into it, what goes on backstage, the chaoticness that goes on. But when they get on that stage, they're professionals and they do it. So for me, it was just like gratifying for other people to see like, this is what happens and this is why, and so now you see, and it's all worth it.
Yeah.
So I think that's really like they can see the reward that I already knew because I'm backstage.
Yeah. All right. So, is there anything else you guys want to add about this season? Anything that stood out to you? Maybe also what you hope to see next season?
For me, I just remember the company showcase when I saw that episode. Just remembering when the music went off for them, and and as parents we were like, oh my God, what are they gonna do? But then when they picked it up, I mean, I had tears in my eyes. I was standing up. It just gave me chills just to see them like. I didn't know Tamara was on the side saying keep going, but just to see them, kind of look at each other and know when to pick up. So that was still a great work.
Okay. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for being here. Stay tuned. We do have more special guests coming up in the next segment, and we look forward to seeing you back. All right, guys, welcome back. We have with us today Aaron and Navi, and they're going to talk about their perspective being on the show this season. Hey, how are y'all doing?
Good.
Y'all look adorable. Little divas. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. So what was it like to see yourself on TV?
It was amazing. It was amazing to see it on TV.
Yeah. So did any of your friends, did they get to watch it too or no?
Yeah, when the first episode posted, the whole junior company was watching.
Yeah. What about your friends from school? Did they see it?
No.
No? Well, you got to tell them about it so they can watch it.
Okay.
Okay. So what was your favorite moment on the show? What did you enjoy the most being on there?
What I enjoyed the most is like going to places and film like with each other and my friends.
Okay. What was your experience like going to nationals? What was that like?
Going to nationals was
really fun.
Really fun, yeah.
Why was it really fun?
Because
we got to spend time together and dance on stage together.
Yeah.
We went to Orlando. The place we went to go perform, it had like a gator section.
Yeah.
A bunch of natural stuff.
Okay. So y'all just had a good time while y'all were there.
Yeah.
Good.
Hanged out a lot.
Good. I'm glad y'all enjoyed it. All right, guys, that's a wrap for Navi and Aaron. Thank you guys for joining me.
You're welcome.
And stay tuned because we do have more amazing guests coming up in the next segment.
That gotta be baby.